two nations, one battlefield, one unexpected bond, and one shared passion, horse racing.
Unleashed with a powerful sprint, and Winx races up to hit the lead. She shot away in the Epsom. It's all over. Ecuador's Sons of John must seen for the miners, but Bowman high in the irons gives the big salute. She bolts in Winx.
13 numaralı Ramadan'ın ikincilik mücadelesi yaptığını görüyorum. Son 100 geçiliyor. 5 boyluk liderliğini 1 numaralı Bolt Pilot koruyor. Ve 70. Gazi koşusunu 1 numaralı Bolt Pilot kazanıyor. 16 numaralı Davista mı yoksa?
Today is March 18th, a deeply poignant day in Turkey, marking the Çanakkale-Gallipoli victory. For those outside of our borders, it might seem just like another date in the history books. But for Turks, Australians, and New Zealanders, it's the anniversary of a remarkable bond, a century-long friendship that spans thousands of kilometers. The spirit of this bond was forever immortalized by the founder of the Turkish Republic, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, in his deeply moving letter to Anzac mothers. You, the mothers, who send their sons from faraway countries, wipe away your tears. Your sons are now lying in our bosom and are in peace. After having lost their lives on this land, they have become our sons as well. It's shared history of a mutual respect. But as I look at the cultures of both nations today, I see another beautiful parallel that bridges that distance between us. Our profound, unifying passion for horse racing. For Australia, that hero is Winx.
It's the barriers. She was a time bomb.
Winx is last. She'll have to come past the 17 of them.
But here she comes, right over the top, Winx.
But she gave us a massive fright.
I wanted it to be remembered for the right reason, not ever for being beaten after all that time.
For Türkiye, it's Bolt Pilot.
Galti başa baş mücadele son 150 metre. 3 kulvarda Galti, orta kulvarda Bolt Pilot. Başa baş mücadele. Galti hakim olmaya çalışıyor. Bolt Pilot geliyor. Bolt Pilot geliyor ve internasyonel Boğaziçi koşusu.
In both countries, you will find people who may not know a single thing about horse racing. Yet, there is absolutely no one who hasn't known of Winx in Australia or Bolt Pilot in Turkey. Winx, the queen whose 33 consecutive race-winning streak stopped a nation and became a symbol of excellency. Bolt Pilot, the Gazi Derby record holder who defined greatness beyond boundaries. I have had the immense privilege of creating content with the people who tells these legend stories. I spoke with Esra Atman, President of the Disciplinary Board of the Jockey Club of Turkey, permanent member, and the proud owner of Bolt Pilot. Since she rarely grants interviews, it was a profound honor to discuss the stallion's enduring legacy and his meaning to Turkish culture with her. I also had the honor of delving into the cinematic journey of Australians icon with the award-winning and visionary director Janine Hosking, whose 2024 documentary A Horse Named Winx beautifully captures the soul of the queens of the turf.
She had the will to win, but she also had the will to live.
Hosking brilliantly articulated not just the cinematic journey, but the deep emotional connection the Australian public has with their queen. And now, I would like to share their interviews with you.
Biz için umut olduğunu anlattılar ya Bolt Pilot'ın. Bizim için de umut olmuştu. Yani kazanmaya devam ettiği için kazanacağına inanıyorsunuz. Bir yerden sonra da babam onu Bolt Pilot için hep dedi. Artık bizim atımız değil dedi. Herkesin atı dedi. Yani bir sorumluluk almışsak kazanmazsa da ne yapalım, elinden geleni yaptı diye elimizden geleni yapmak zorundayız dedi. ya kaderiyle doğar der. Bence Bolt Pilot'ın kaderi oymuş. Babamın kaderi de oymuş. Çünkü hani son dönemlerinde Gazi kazanabildi. Böyle bir atı görebildi. Derecesi hala kırılamadı. Bir başka emelim de o. Yani değişik bir attı Bolt Pilot. Doğduğunda 2-3 aylıkta herhalde meraklıydı bir kere. Yani onu diyorum ya, merak duygusu her canlı için önemli bir duygu. Doğduğunda kafası ahırının kapısına sıkışmıştı. Biz babamla koşa koşa Hara'ya gittik. Henüz Hara'da. Onun için burnu hep yamıktır. Enfi yamık deriz biz ona. Burnu yamıktı. Yani çok dikkat ederseniz resimlerinde koşularda iç tarafta kalır. Ama burnunda şöyle bir burun kemiği yamıktı.
Well, in Australia, she became an icon, if you like. People that didn't know much about racing were suddenly watching racing because of her. And one of those people was my mother. And I don't know whether we'll ever see it again. 33 races is extraordinary. And since her retirement, there have been other horses that you think, oh, they're very good. People are looking for the next Winx, but inevitably, because it's racing is difficult. You can't win all the time, and the jockey's only human. The horse is an animal that can have good days, bad days, and so that's what makes what Winx and her team did an absolute miracle. As the pressure builds up and we're getting to race 33, I think looking at the footage, the people that are most stressed are the trainer and the jockey and all the other people in the stable. Winx herself was not a stressed horse. So, but even photographers would say on those big race days after she's won, she would look down the barrel of the camera as if she was posing. I think that last race, which had, I think, nearly over 40,000 people went to the races to watch her last race. You feel like she's just gazing out, looking at the crowd before she goes into the barriers, and at the end, it's extraordinary. Like, she knows that this is important. And I know that sounds silly, but when you see the footage, you'll understand what I mean. It's quite amazing.
Reflecting on these conversations today reminds me of how many common traits our nations share. Whether on the battlefields of a century ago or the grandstands of Flemington or Veli Efendi today, the respect and shared patience between Türkiye and the Anzac nations remain incredibly strong. This is exactly why I continue to tell stories and create content across racing cultures, connecting people, places, and passion through the sport, to the heroes of the past and the champions of the turf that keep.